The Street Corner Soapbox. The Street Corner Soapbox with Fausto and Willin. Podcast takeover. We're making a killing. Music to nightlife. Debauchery and street news. Serving it hot. We are some street news, movies and mayhem. The craziest guests, words from chaos. Get it off our chest. Rhode Island, worldwide, dark corners in all places. Speak how we live, radio show, smoking aces. Ladies and gents, for the people we're talking. Take the show on the road, right where you're walking. Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Street Corner Soapbox Podcast coming to you live. That's right, Street Corner Soapbox. This episode is powered by Poddex.
Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Use code SCSB for 10% off your first order.
That's right. Poddex are the hottest new tool for podcasters looking to have more meaningful conversations or gamify their podcast. Simply shuffle up, ask a question, and let the content roll. Get yours today at poddex.com. That's PODDECKS.com. And use code SCSB for 10% off your first order.
And make sure you check out streetcornersoapbox.com for more updates.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. We are back here another week. My brother, Lord Willin.
Konnichiwa, everyone.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
What up, baby boy?
No, man. Just, living the fucking dream.
Just woke up. Now we're ready to do the show.
Rolled out of bed 10 o'clock at night.
You woke up for an hour and then had a nap.
That was like the old me. I've done that. I would fucking... Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but I do know.
It was pretty bad. You wouldn't know, but you
So hopefully you guys have been enjoying our show. Thank you guys all for listening and coming out and supporting the show. Obviously, Patreon, all the extra content.
Yeah, sign up to our Patreon.
Tons of footage of you guys could probably notice that we've been putting out more stuff just to be more active with it. You know, we got a lot of good guests. One tonight we're going to cover Mike DiDino.
Yeah.
Great kid, young boy from the mean streets of Providence.
Yeah.
But man, so we appreciate the support and everything. And if you guys can keep following, share our shit, we appreciate it.
Consistency is the key. So that's kind of our blueprint, being consistent and persistent with this venture.
Oh, I knew you were rhymed. Yeah. I thought it was the rap.
That's what I do.
It's like fucking live. You got to hear, boys and girls, Lord Willin live.
Yeah, no, but seriously, that's I think that's one of the keys to this industry is consistency. Like, there's a lot of good podcasts, but some of them only put out content once in a while.
And another thing is, like, support is everything. So, like, we get a lot of support for every guest that we've had on. Everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even just signal out one person. Every guest that we have on has shown love and supported our shit and shared our shit and other episodes. Not that they were just pertained to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we love the love.
You know what it is too. At this level, it's a network of people that are trying to make moves in their own lane, and we're basically coming together and looking out for each other. We're promoting them, they're promoting us. One hand wash the other. I've said that before, but it's the truth.
Yeah, no, you're fucking not lying.
You know what I'm saying? So that's our motto. That's part of our.
If you can't donate, just share it, like it, share other people. If you see us do an episode on somebody else's thing, add them to your Instagram or your social media. Share their stuff. I mean, it's all love. It doesn't take you nothing to do that.
Yeah, and whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether it be Spotify, Apple, etc., make sure you subscribe. And give us a like on some of them. You can like. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel because that counts at the end of the day. The more likes and subscriptions you have and all that stuff, the ratings, like I think on Apple Music, you can rate it, give it like 5 stars or whatever.
If you're listening, give me 5 stars.
Yeah.
There ain't no stars besides 5 stars.
That actually puts you higher up in the podcast rankings. You know what I'm saying? So it's better that way. For us, because when people search podcast content, we will come up the more ratings and likes and stuff that we have. So yeah, please do that. However you're listening to this, and also I know I say it all the time, but join our Patreon. We started uploading bonus episodes now, but listen.
No, I know we did.
We started uploading bonus episodes, and we're going to be uploading more. We're going to be doing more. And if you're a podcast fan, if you're a fan of our podcast, you're going to get more content. and you can do $5 a month.
$5.
You know what I'm saying?
$5 a month, and we're gonna give you everything.
Yeah.
Like all extra. We do extra episodes or extra content clips and stuff from all the things that we do, all the interviews and stuff. And we're gonna do because Poddex is one of our sponsors. We're gonna start doing Poddex interviews and questionnaires, like kind of things on that, and like all the gritty shit that people want to listen to.
Yeah, there'll be
all
some
the
video on
adult
that,
content.
yeah,
we got video.
video.
I'm gonna do interviews with porn stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that stuff's gonna be for there. So if you guys are regular listeners, that's something to check out. Just follow us. We're gonna promote it every episode, as you already know.
Yeah.
So this week we're doing our monthly recap.
Yes,
and
sir.
it actually changed from monthly recap to a 3-guest recap.
That was always the original idea.
That was our original idea, but now we have more.
Well,
so
we're putting out more episodes.
Yeah, so
there'll be more
now
recaps.
it's like every 3. I feel like we're doing it. It's not monthly thing anymore. So.
Well, yeah, but initially we were having.
Initially, it was 4 weeks in a month. We're doing three episodes, and then once a month. So our main episodes are on Mondays. We're going to release them. And then we're going to give you extra content. And then we're going to put even extra content on our Patreon, and that's what you guys want.
Well, now we're releasing more than just that one episode on Monday, though, because we're getting a lot more guests and keeping the momentum going.
And that's all because of you guys. All the support and the love that we're getting is just fueling our fire more to get out there and give you guys more content just to stay active in this whole podcast game because, Right. We're learning, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, monthly recap, we're going to cover...
Eat Cinis.
Eat Cinis, my man.
boy Joe from Eat Cinis. Shout out to Joe.
Oh, yeah, shout out Joe, Eat Cinis, everybody out there in Beantown.
Yeah, shout out to all the homies and friends and fam out in Boston. I go out to Boston a lot, so I spent a lot of time out there and still do. So, it's a great city. And Joe started up this company, Eat Cinis. The idea came to him when he was in prison. He was in federal prison.
Yeah.
And he said to himself, what can I do when I get out that's legit, that I love doing, that I can...
stay the fuck out of here.
Exactly. And he grew up in a family that owned a restaurant, that his grandmother, like many Italian households, was a cook. And I guess he always
that's how he got into it because he's probably in SEG maybe or
I think he said he was.
Yeah, so I think he was so he's in SEG and he's thinking there he's fucking hungry and he loves food. Everybody knows Joe knows he loves food.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my god, I keep thinking about the arancini." And then that's how it kind of established from there. Yeah. He had a great fucking concept. Obviously local guy from our area, Boston.
Well, he's innovating the arancini.
Now he's fucking branched out because he blew up. Unfortunately, COVID.
But also the style of his arancini is different than your traditional arancini.
So if you're recapping on the episode, arancini is usually the size about a real meatball, like maybe like a baseball, softball style, and he shrunk it down to more like a tapas style. Yep. But it's not just the arancini with the rice and cheese and all that and fried. It's he puts buffalo chicken,
all kinds of flavors.
Spinach, all these different. He does one with hot Cheetos. It's fire.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I ate arancinis for 3 days after he left here that day.
And the pizza's also really good.
Best cheese pizza I've ever had. That style.
Wow,
It's you know what, and I'm not even gonna renege on that. Because I said it. Yeah. And I'm not, even though.
You hear that, Joe?
No.
Ralph Falso's favorite cheese pizza is from Eat Cinis.
No, I swear to God. You know
it is good. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely good.
It's not doughy. Or you like Papagino's.
Yeah, Papagino. Fucking Elio's is my favorite cheese pizza of all time.
Yeah, you back to the school
Red
days.
Baron. What you know about Red Baron?
Oh, Red Baron.
Yo, but for real.
No, it's the cheese blend, I think.
And you haven't had his calzones yet either.
No, I
have not.
We're going to go there soon and do another recap.
Yeah. Yeah, just so you can eat.
Seriously, that cheese pizza is fire. And I said it even after I had it, and we did the interview, so it wasn't fresh, and they drove from Boston an hour away. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Yeah.
And even then, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. But I think it's the cheese blend. He adds another one cheese out of the blend. Something's different. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know either. Maybe it's the Boston water.
It might be. Water's a big thing. If you want to learn about the water in pizza and Italian cooking, you got to listen to that. You got to listen to.
Yeah, definitely check that out. The other thing I want to say too is he's really good at marketing. He has a dope logo. He's done a bunch of commercials. You could peep the commercials on his Instagram.
You can see girls twerking on his commercials
with Cinis while eating Cinis. There's nothing sexier than that.
Sold me.
You know
I posted it. I was like, let me see what I was like. Oh my goodness gracious.
And we were actually talking the other night about collaborating on something. So stay tuned for that. So stay tuned for Street Corner Soapbox Eat Cinis collaboration. It'll be coming in the near future. And if you're out in Boston and you're hungry, and even if you're not hungry, go to Eat Cinis. It's on Friend Street, right near the TD Garden. Okay,
Garden, son.
It's literally down the block from the Garden. Okay, you can't fucking miss it. And it's a storefront. You see the sign. You know, you got the Cini sign. They're go everywhere. In there. Tell them fucking Street Corner Soapbox sent you. And maybe Joe will throw in a couple, 2, 3 extra Cinis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. So Eat Cinis. Follow him on Instagram. I think it's eatcinis.com. And yeah, man, Joe's hustling. He's grinding, bro. He's everywhere. And he's going to continue to do so.
Local guy.
You're probably going to see those in fucking supermarkets pretty soon.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Just how the volume that they're doing it now.
Man.
I mean,
it's worth it.
Us, you hearing us talking about it might make you hungry, but if you can pull up your Instagram, Eat Cinis,
and think about this,
make you hungrier.
You ain't gonna get another arancini like that around here.
No, because normally if you go to a restaurant, it's just red sauce and fucking maybe this thing of mozzarella or whatever. No,
I actually compare what he's doing with the Cinis to there's a spot in Fall River. This is a different category of food, but shout out to Fall River. Fucking classy city.
Shout out to Fall River. Good Portuguese.
Little Portugal. You know what I'm saying? But there's a Polish restaurant there called Patty's Pierogies, and they have like over 30 really good. We got to find out who owns that. Maybe it's Patty and get her on, because I actually saw them on the Guy Fieri fucking show. But they have over like 30 different kinds. Yeah, over 30 different kinds of pierogies. And you know, I'm Polish, so I was like, I have to go to this place. I went with Dan Tantillo actually and Sam the first time, his wife. So shout out to them.
Shout out Danny.
And their pierogies, so what he's doing with the Cinis, all the different flavors and styles, that's what they do with the pierogies.
Yeah, that was kind of like his big thing, I feel like, was just like reinventing the fucking style of like his grandmother's recipe and like, okay, let me funk it. Oh, maybe I'll add buffalo fucking mac and cheese, or maybe I'll do this and maybe I'll do that.
It's smart marketing too.
Oh yeah, and they're bite-sized, late night. You get out of you go see a fucking the Bruins play at the Boston Garden.
No one's doing that.
Well, not right now, but I'm saying that's not the only reason we need to be down there.
That's the thing. The Garden's
fuck COVID, by the way. Fuck Governor Baker too.
Don't even start. Right? Every episode now we're in the Governor Baker bullshit.
I'm out of work as a baker, but so definitely check his spot out. And you might find his stuff, and I mean, I know he does Villa in
in Springfield. He got a couple spots in Springfield.
Yeah, there's a bunch of places.
The spot in Providence, the Cucina. What is it, Maria's Cucina?
You know what? Yeah, Maria's Cucina. Even if you guys are having a party, people do cookouts. I mean,
he'll deliver.
Allegedly,
if
we were allowed to have cookouts,
we have to allegedly,
or a birthday party. But even look at this, Chrissy. Even Thanksgiving, you don't think I would fucking order a fucking 6-pan and a fucking?
You should.
You know what I mean?
You should.
And bring it, and then
turkey and Cinis.
Throw it in the oven, and then get them nice and toasty.
Hey, think about this. Think about this.
Good apps.
This came up on the episode. If you don't eat fish, right, in your Italian household, you don't like fish, you could do the 7 Cinis instead of 7 fishes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Joe don't even eat fish. So I said, oh, so what do you do in the Cinis?
Yeah. And that's exactly what he was doing.
No, I think he said he was eating like veal cutlet or something like that. But he should do it. But anybody out there, listen, he'll deliver the shit to your front door, too.
Listen, we don't even got to promote it. Joe's a solid guy. Aaron Cinis are great. Eat Cinis is amazing. All you got to do is follow them at their Instagram at Eat Cini. And all you got to do is look at the pictures. You're going to get hungry.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But shout out to Joe for coming on. We appreciate you, brother. We love you. Second guest. Don't call it hype. We did it at Blends and Shaves Barbershop. Shout out to fucking DJ Crazy Ray.
My brother DJ Crazy Ray, one of the best in the business.
Absolutely.
Don't call it hype. So what they do is they're basically a sneaker and street fashion resale company. And if you don't know what that means, they buy vintage, or not even always vintage, but they buy
custom or limited,
rare,
exclusive
edition sneakers, like limited edition Yeezys and Jordans and stuff like that.
Yo, and they had fire.
They resell them.
Yeah, they had a couple things from actually artists that collabed with the companies.
Yeah.
And they have, and those are like super limited, but they're fucking dope. Dude.
Yeah.
They're dope. I had a lot of good feedback from them. I mean, those guys are definitely great.
Yeah, they were good guys too.
They got a bunch of like clothing too, like Bape and like Supreme. I seen a fucking Colgate. I actually mentioned it to it in the episode. I said that Colgate I seen. He was like, yeah, it's a Colgate box. He goes Supreme, cross markets with everybody. So like you can literally get any fucking thing you want, and it's like pretty cool. It's retro. It probably actually might be even worth some money in the long run. But
yeah, you know what's interesting about Supreme is that company's blown the fuck up
out of nowhere. I feel
well. This is the thing. I remember coming up, years ago when I was getting into hip hop, and Supreme was around. I believe they're an overseas company, or they were. And you'd see ads.
Do you not to cut you off? Do you know where they actually came? Because I feel like it was one day there was nothing, and then one day Supreme logo was on everything.
We need our assistant to look that up.
Bring that up, James.
No, but no, they've been around for a long time, and like underground hip hop and fashion and skate magazines would have Supreme ads.
Would you? What would you compare that to? Like Thrasher, kinda, or like
something like that?
That's
well, not now, but Thrasher back in the day.
What would you compare it to originally then?
What, Supreme?
Yeah. Because I really don't know myself.
I mean, a lesser known clothing company. I don't know whatever's pop. I don't know what's popping right now.
They just kind of just build it. They kind of just build it and then fucking.
Well, the thing is, you never. I would only see certain people rocking Supreme. Like once in a while, I'd see someone with a Supreme hat or a jacket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I'd see the ads for Supreme in like these certain magazines, like Elemental magazine, which was I don't even know if they're still in existence, but they were like a hip hop urban culture magazine, but they weren't mainstream like The Source or Double XL. They featured like underground artists and like graffiti writers and stuff like that. So it was very intertwined with hip hop culture. Like LRG started off like that, and then they ended up going, global. And
actually, you know what? That's a good thing because I have tons of LRG shit.
Dude, I was telling these guys from Don't Call It Hype back. This is maybe when I was still in fucking school, like high school. I'd have to go to New York to get LRG because you couldn't even get it out here. So me and a friend would go to New York City, go to the clothing stores there, get the LRG, rock it out here. No one had none of that shit. And then LRG, they, I guess you could say they sold out. You know what I'm saying? And then you could get it everywhere. But the designs changed. And like the same thing happened to Echo. Echo was a hip hop graffiti based clothing line. Mark Echo designed it, and all the early Echo stuff was graffiti based. And then what happened was he probably got offered a shit ton of money. And if you look at the way Echo was later on and how it is now, it doesn't look like the original designs.
No, it was like the Rhino. I grew up around Echo.
Well, yeah, me too.
But it was like, I think Eminem might have had a part. I don't know if he had a part in the company per se.
I don't know.
But like he started rocking it a lot.
But Echo got played out, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all of that.
Yeah, dude. Like
you still got FUBU boot.
Yeah, I stay rocking FUBU.
But something like that, man, they're all like street styles, And some things I'm not even hyped to. I see some shit here and there, and I'm like, I don't even know how I got famous. But they're like, then you look at a price tag, I'm like, yeah, it's like fucking $200 for a fucking t-shirt. I was like, I don't even know these people. You know what I mean? I'm a slave to fashion, so
my fashion
is more street.
My taste in fashion have changed a lot since those days.
You match a lot better now these days.
I always match, motherfucker. I'm talking when I was a kid, dude.
All right.
But listen, don't call it. So we kind of went off there on a rabbit hole down the hip hop fashion of fucking early 2000s. But yeah, man. So Don't Call It Hype. They're doing their thing. They resell. So if you're looking for some exclusive kicks and gear, check out Don't Call It Hype. They're on Instagram. They have a website.
They have tons and
good
tons
dudes,
of shit.
man. They're in the game. Also shot the 560 kicks. They were there as well.
560.
We didn't get them on the episode, but they were there doing their thing. They also resell kicks. I don't know if they do clothes too, but they definitely resell the kicks. They had a table with their stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for sneakers, get at Don't Call It Hype. Get at 560 Kicks. And we also on that episode, I interviewed two of the barbers from Blends and Shaves. My boy Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry.
And my boy Alex.
And Alex.
Alex is an OG in the barber game. 27 years he's been
straight razor game, you told me.
Yeah. Well,
I wasn't there for the accident.
No, he said that he basically was one of the people that introduced the straight razor to Rhode Island. He said before there wasn't too many barbers using the straight razor. I guess, he came from Puerto Rico, his family's from Puerto Rico, and I guess that's a thing over there. Not that I guess it is. They're known for using the straight razor. And I grew up with a lot, most of my barbers throughout my years have been probably Puerto Rican or Dominican or something. So it's true. They've always been nice with the razor. That's well known. So, but I didn't know, Alex was one of the first dudes to start doing it around here. So that was cool to find that out. But they're good dudes, man. Just cutting hair, barber game, putting that work in.
And shout out to Blends and Shaves too, by the way. Very comfortable atmosphere too. If you're a single female and your baby daddy, your husband's not around or away, you can go there and not feel intimidated by a bunch of guys gawking at you. They're very professional over there, and they do amazing work. They're
very,
great.
very good haircuts. Very good people.
And go back to Don't Call It Hype, too. If you guys have a custom sneaker that you want or you're looking for, just if they don't have it in stock, man, shoot them an email, send them a friend request, give them a like, and then reach out to them. And just send them a DM or something. And they'll look for you. They're like real humble dudes over there.
Absolutely.
They'll find something, Kids' shoes, women's, men's, don't matter. They had up to 13s, you know what I mean?
Yep,
they got
big sizes.
shit for everybody. It might not be what you wanted, but they can look for it if it's something otherwise. You know what I mean? They'll just have their ear to the street. Hell yeah, man! Dope shit.
Yeah,
Shout out to those boys.
Yes, sir. Doing their thing, grinding right now.
Absolutely, man. The hustle's real. You got to check them out.
No doubt.
Third guest, Mike DiDino.
Yes, sir. Michael DiDino fighting
what up,
out
Mikey?
of legendary boxing gym. Shout out to Jared Tillinghast. Great facility over there. If you want to learn the sweet science, make sure you go over to Legendary Boxing Gym. It's in Centerdale, North Providence, Rhode Island, right off of Smith Street. If you know Smith Street, just go all the way down into North Providence. You hit the fucking the Rotary, and I don't like rotaries, but
you love rotaries.
There is a fucking Rotary there.
There's actually nothing he likes more than driving around and around.
Well, I don't mind the
around.
Centerdale Rotary too much because I've been traveling around it my whole life. So,
But yeah, man, Jared's got a good thing doing.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to I think they've been over for 2 years now.
Yeah, I think you said about 2 years.
Yeah, or it's at least approaching that.
Yes.
Dope spot. I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure,
tons
man.
of boxers, great programs,
Yeah,
kids
man.
programs too. If you got you got a kid you want to get off the street, or you want to get a kid interested in something else, like my kid didn't want to do football, didn't want to do that, or whatever. You throw him in a ring, man. You want to scrap it out, scrap it out.
Well,
keep him a little bit of discipline. I know you know that from martial arts.
Yeah. Not to go off too
much of a rabbit trail.
Not to go off on too much of a tangent. I do actually. They're important. But listen, those are great outlets, especially for kids. If I don't have kids, but if I did, best believe when they're old enough, I would be getting them involved in something like that, whether it's boxing, wrestling, any kind of martial art. It's just a great foundation, man. And
you could kill two birds with one stone. Really. One, self-discipline.
Definitely.
Because fighting, as you know, dealing with martial arts, is not violence.
Well, you learn how to deal with violence. You learn discipline. You learn camaraderie, and you gain confidence. You know what I'm saying?
When to pull your hands out of your pocket when not to.
Exactly, and a lot of kids can get into trouble, man. They go down the wrong path, and they that's actually how Michael DiDino got into it. Was he was playing basketball and he started fighting. He was getting into fights on the basketball court, and that's something you really can't do. So I think it was his dad said, I'm going to get you into boxing. And his uncle was a boxer. He had a gym. And so it was in his family.
His dad almost went pro before he got hurt.
For football.
I mean, they come from a family of athletes.
Sports
and if
family.
you guys want to hear more about it, feel free to listen to our episode.
Yeah, definitely check it out, man. He's a good kid, man. He's only 19, but he's definitely smart, well-spoken.
Very technical.
Very technical.
I know you like him a lot because he mimics Mayweather in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, he gets inspiration from that style of fighting.
He's very scientific with his fighting, and that's gonna at 19 being so young.
Yeah, man.
The kid's
I think
bubble.
Jared's probably passing a lot down to him too, because the way Jared fights is like that as well.
Same way.
They're defensive counterpunchers. They're not in there just fucking brawling. That's not really their style, and that's not a technical boxing style. If you know boxing and fighting, being evasive and countering, that's really the name of the game.
Yep.
And obviously, I mean, if you have knockout power, you want to get those knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great. But it doesn't always work that way. And you could still be a successful fighter and not necessally be a knockout king,
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Floyd.
Oh, look at Floyd. Exactly.
Floyd
does have knockouts, too.
Yeah, he does have knockouts, but Floyd is the best and he'll make you go to fucking distance.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And he's a very technical,
you can't touch the guy,
very
man.
scientific.
He's so fast.
Yeah. And you sent me those links. I checked them out, and it's incredible. Like, you can actually look up. I don't know what you sent me, but it was like they slow Floyd's fights down,
right?
So you can actually see one counter. He'll hit you 5 fucking times, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing, dude. And then you're talking about going rounds and rounds and rounds, and you get beat the fuck up and you don't even hit this guy.
No, I mean that's the thing. Like he can, he can evade the punches, and then come back with, some devastating counters that the other guy didn't even see.
Yeah.
He don't even know by the time he gets hit, he's like, yo, where the fuck did that come from? Because he's so fast.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how Mikey's developing
style,
into that full once he fucking pops that. I mean, plus with COVID,
right?
He's been training more because obviously with everything with the commission, you can't really do fights. I mean, maybe there might be some with people not in the audience, but I don't even know if there is any at this point.
No, not really. No. I mean,
and he's taken that time in his youth to fucking really focus on training. I mean, the fucking kid lives. I'm not gonna say where he lives, but he lives very close to the gym,
right?
Like super close, and the kid's only destined for greatness.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's definitely on his way. I think he's gonna compete in some more amateurs, maybe Golden Gloves or whatever. I know he already has, and then eventually, I think he's definitely gonna go pro. He's on the right track to having a professional career as a boxer, man. And all the best to him. And we'll definitely have him on again. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Mikey. You guys want to follow on Instagram?
Michel DiDino. It's actually spelled Michel and then DiDino. So look him up on social media if you're a boxing fan. I think he said one of his fights is on YouTube, so check that out.
I think his second fight, he said.
Yeah, so and
you can follow him. We post stuff all the time, so you can
man.
even go on our Soapbox and you can follow the pictures and links and everything and follow. Man. And shout out to Jared for giving us all these opportunities to come down there and shoot over there.
Definitely, Jared's a good dude, and he has some talent coming out of his gym. So keep an eye out for Legendary Boxing Gym. They're on the rise right now in New England. And I'm sure he has some other fighters. I know he has.
Vicky.
Yeah, right, exactly. Jared's doing his thing. And,
anybody want to get kids into it?
Yeah.
Your stepkids don't matter. Even you guys want to get into a little fitness and stuff like that, or learn self-defense in a sense.
Yeah.
Go down there, reach Jared out. Jared's super cool, very, very open. You guys can talk to him about anything.
Right.
That's at Legendary Boxing Gym. That's in North Providence, Rhode Island, 2051 Smith Street.
2051 Smith Street.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. All right.
Definitely check them out.
Yeah, man. And then
fourth guest.
The fourth guest was my brother, Big Truth.
What up, Big Truth?
You know what I'm saying? From Chopperhead Custom Cycles out in Freetown, Mass.
Freetown.
Yeah. Also co-owner of Atomic Ink Tattoos in Swansea, Mass. New Skin Laser Removal. If you got some bad ink, you got hammered one time, and when you were
if you have tattoos like me, seek them out.
And you want to get that shit removed, man, go see Truth. He does that as well. Also, co-owner of independent hip hop staple Brick Records. They've been around for a long time, putting out independent hip hop, and also former member of Intent to Injure. That was a hardcore band out of New Bedford back in the day who left a mark on the hardcore punk rock world. And current singer for American War Machine, another hardcore band. Shout out to my brother Ryan Packer and Corey. They're also in the band. And then he also has a new project that he's working on. I'm not going to say too much about that, but there is a new project in the works, a new band. So stay tuned for that. It's there's a couple heavy hitters in that band as well. So man, Trucer's killing it, bro. He does a lot of different things, man. He's a jack of all trades. He wears many hats.
Does a lot, actually.
Yeah, man.
And from the bikes, the tattoo shop, the music, the podcast. I mean, Big Truth podcast.
Oh, that's right. The Big Truth podcast. Can't forget about that. Check out his podcast. If you're into motorcycles, you're into punk rock, you're into fucking. He has all different kinds of guests on there. It's a great podcast. It actually was part of my inspiration for doing this. I saw what he was doing and how he was killing it with his podcast, and I was like, yo, man, we need to start doing ours. So, Truth is a great dude, one of the best people I know, works super hard, always hustling, doesn't stop, always got a bunch of stuff going on. He's always doing bike shows.
He got mad shit. Actually, you guys, if anybody's local or even if you're traveling, you guys should check out. I mean, I know COVID fucked everything up. I think, and he had his last bike night. But you guys should definitely make your way out to Chopperhead and check that bike night. I mean, even with what's going on, they do their thing over there. I mean, you guys are not going to be disappointed. It's a fucking great crowd.
They have great merchandise.
Great merch.
Yeah.
A great even in like the showroom.
Yeah.
Old school bikes, like fucking custom shit. Like
great storefront. Like,
yeah, man. He's doing Big Chew's doing his thing over there. So you guys definitely, if you're local or whatever, even if you're not and you're visiting for the summertime or whatever, definitely check out Chopperhead in Freetown, Mass.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Chopperhead Custom Cycle, spelled with a K. Follow them on Instagram, Chopperhead, and it's spelled Chopperhead in true New England fashion. There's no ER. It's CHOPPA. Chopperhead Kid. You know
Shout out to Danny too, but Danny fucking works for Tom McGinkin.
Yeah,
he did a lot of the artwork, and that's just fucking fire.
Yeah, bro.
If you guys follow that type of stuff and that type of merch, man, just go down there for a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't have a motorcycle, you'll probably like some of the merch in there. For sure.
Another thing, they do a lot of maintenance too now with everything going on. So even if you need to tune up, oil change, brakes done, whatever, clutch and stuff like that, man, check them out. I'm sure he'll take care of you guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. So shout out to my brother Big Truth.
Yeah, shout out Big Truth. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir. So that wraps up 4 episodes. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So now what's up, motherfucker?
I don't know, man. Well, we have a new president now.
We do, as of today.
I don't know if that...
it might not be today if you're listening, but...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if...
dropped my heartburn pills. As of November 7th, Joseph Biden is our president.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, is Trump going to, he's going to make a big fuss.
I guess it's technically not until December 14th, but you know how that's going to go. And everyone listening...
Well, the new president's not sworn in until, January, right after the first of the year.
I don't fucking know. I just know that it's not final until the fucking 14th. But,
yeah.
I don't know. As far as now, it is. Really, I was talking about this today with a bunch of people, and... people in the blue collar, we're not going to see it affect us. I mean, it might benefit you really, except gas prices. Gas prices.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Gas prices, but as far unless you're making they're taxing the rich, I guess. So we poor, so they're not. We don't have.
So you're saying the Democrats are going to tax the rich? That's part of Biden's plan.
I don't. You can't quote me on any of this, and that's why we don't talk politics. But from my understanding. Is if they support all low income, that's why you see the results that they're having with every sort of fucking person. You know what I mean? Like elderly, minorities, even low income, whatever.
Yep.
And you're not taking money from me. Okay, taxes, our gas prices are going to go up. Cigarette prices might go up $1 or whatever. But besides that, we're not going to really physically see it. They actually might have more programs for people like us or low income or blue collar that you can benefit from, and all for it. You know what I mean?
So riddle me this, then.
I'm riddling you, whatever you want.
What? So you though were, or probably still are, a Trump supporter.
Correct.
As are many people that I know, and so what? The way you're talking about it right now, it kind of seems like there's actually some positives to maybe Biden getting into office.
There are positives. The only difference that separates me from what I do is most of my money comes from tips.
Yeah.
So say my weekly income. I don't want to get into really numbers.
Yeah.
But
right. You're in a cash business.
Yeah. Yes. Well, say I make $1,000 a week on a check, right? So then I get taxed and all this, and then I'm only taking home 7 something. But which is fine because it's a week. But normally I'm making way more than that in tips.
Yeah.
And that's, I still claim my tips.
Right.
But that still goes to my revenue, my income. You know what I mean? So, that's a lot of shit that's not accounted for because, my business now is closed down. I feel because they won't let us open. But if, Trump said leave it up to your governor or leave it up, and I know I work in Mass and I know Baker's supposedly a Republican, but, even Rhode Island, we shut down 10 o'clock now. Our
they just put that curfew in.
So it's just different.
In Mass,
it's
too,
different.
obviously.
I'm in one of the worst positions you could be in because it's a different aspect when you make more or you make tips. You know what I mean? Where if I was just making X amount $1,000 a week, then it wouldn't really matter, me no mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it'll all come back. But now it's there's a lot of income that they don't take into account for unemployment that I count on because that's how I make my money.
Well, that's the whole service industry in general.
I worked for 3 weeks and then boom, back on unemployment because Baker put in the 9:30 actually in Massachusetts, 10 o'clock in Rhode Island,
right?
But then 10:30 on the weekend. So I don't know. COVID takes a half hour off on the weekend.
Here's the thing too: is they're gonna say, well, that's because of COVID. They're not going to say it's because of a political agenda.
Yeah, but
whether it is or it's not. Whether it is or it's not. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. But I'm just saying they're going to say.
No, I know they're going to say that.
We instilled this curfew because of COVID, and we're trying to lower the case rate.
Now, my question to you would be: so why in Rhode Island does Gina say it's okay on the weekdays to be open till 10, but on Friday and Saturday you can still open till 10:30.
I have no idea.
That's the most
doesn't make any sense.
That's the most crazy shit ever
you.
because there's more people out on Saturday and Friday afternoon eating than or they start earlier than the Tuesday. You know what I mean? Well, it's just I don't know.
Listen,
I'm not getting too much into it.
I said to you the other day. I said, okay, I can understand them wanting places to uphold to the fact that you can't have your full capacity, right? You have to limit it. And also the social distancing, the tables, all that stuff. I understand all that.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why the places have to close early. Does COVID stop coming out?
I mean, that's a common question.
At a certain time?
I think, no, my...
It's like, okay, 10 o'clock.
I'll tell you
if you stay out past 10, is COVID going to be worse?
No, you know what it is? And my opinion is, right, and I'll give you the fucking raw truth, is that for my bar particularly... We don't get busy till 10:30, 11.
Right.
So, at that time, there might be more people
I know. That's true.
So then that's
right. That makes
a bigger
sense.
risk. So that's what I'm taking.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
What I can't understand is why fucking Baker in Massachusetts said that we have to wear masks outside. That's mandated.
That doesn't make any sense either. Rhode Island, they're saying that too.
No, Gina's going to... They're both going to be in the White House soon, so we're not going to have to worry about them.
Well, the other thing with the masks outside, they're saying we have to wear masks outside, even if you're social distancing. So basically, they want you to wear a mask all the time.
Yeah, but listen to this. So we go out to eat a while, and I'm wearing a mask. I got to go into the thing, wear the mask, sit down, and then I use my hand. Then I touch the chair, I touch the table, I sat down, and then I grab the mask, and then I put it down, and then I eat. I touch it again, put it on my face, and then it's already cross contaminated. So what? I don't get it.
I don't either. And then,
I don't think anybody.
I don't. I mean, there's people that saying wearing the mask is actually unhealthy.
Well, because you're breathing.
There's different schools of thought on that.
Because you're breathing in carbon dioxide.
Right.
You exhale it and you're breathing it more frequently.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm no medical professional, but I'm
not wearing a mask outside, Chris.
I'm confused by the whole thing because for the longest time they were saying outside you didn't have, especially if you kept your distance from large groups. No, now they're saying
6 feet. You still got to do it.
Well, I know that's what I mean. So does it mean that the COVID can be spread beyond 6 feet outside?
But for you to test me for it, you have to stick a 6-inch fucking
Q-tip
into my brain to fucking get this shit out.
I don't know, man. I don't get it, dude. I honestly. This whole thing, it's so crazy because it's
no one. I don't think anybody should.
We're fucking what?
We're talking politics, but nobody should be. No one really should.
Well, this isn't even really politics. No, this is just what's going on right now,
which is very politically related. But nobody.
It is in a way.
But nobody should be surprised about any of this, even if it's a disease or if it's the fucking election. Nobody should be fucking oh my god, and actually genuinely feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all know what's going on. We, not like we can't change. I mean, unless every motherfucker does something at once. You know what I mean? Somebody, oh my God, and fucking fuck you, Jay, for saying this to me yesterday. He says, he was like, oh, well.
This is Jay Hyde?
Yeah, Jay Hyde. He's like, oh, if everybody fucking, shout
out to Jay Hyde.
Shout out, Jay. What up, Jay? If everybody, and he has us some good guests coming up too. But he was like, oh, if everybody just did it at once. I'm like, but that only works if everyone does it at once at the same time. Okay, everyone quarantines for 14 days and no one leaves their houses. Number one, that's not going to work.
It's impossible.
For the whole world. It can't be the country. It has to be the whole world.
Yeah.
And you're not even if it goes by state, that'll never happen. There's going to be some asshole that just goes out. So that'll never work. That's not even shouldn't even be in your fucking thought process. I mean, in a perfect world, but look what we're doing.
Thank you, marijuana. No, but I totally agree. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, right.
And
this podcast brought to you by cannabis.
Yeah, you're definitely brought to you by cannabis today. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
A lot of it doesn't. They don't tell you the truth. It's so hard being somebody like you and me or anybody listening to this really that is nobody really knows what's going on. I talked to I can't really say who, but people that work for the state. And they even said the same thing. Like they're like, they don't really. No,
man,
no.
No one
really knows, dude. No. And like now, like until something happened, nothing happened.
Right.
You know, so it's like it's one of those things where it's like, dude, it's so hard to fucking get it. Like, you know, until you're gonna like, okay, we'll call the state and then have the state come here and you tell me what I can and cannot do. I'll walk with you, and then you tell me. Otherwise, they don't. And then even then, even if you brought them in, they still be like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you guys are fucking shutting businesses down. I mean, businesses are closing.
Right.
Like full on board
dude.
fucking.
Well, that's
like
what I'm
fucking
saying.
Closing. Like that's just crazy.
How are these? So now we're going back, right? Because the case rate is rising again.
Okay? Oh, here we go.
No, but listen. So we're going back to April, May when places had to close at a certain time. There was a curfew. And that greatly affected a lot of businesses. And now we're going back to that. Now, are these places going to be able to survive, the ones that made it the first time? Are they going to be able to survive now?
Well, it depends. You got to remember they had the PPP money before.
Yeah, right.
So now, are they going to reissue the PPP money?
They're going to have to.
If they do, okay, so then we should also have the stimulus by now.
Yeah, we should. We should still have now that we have a president, I mean, I hope they fucking do something.
I'm just saying, so you don't know.
No, you don't know.
They could take office, and now you're going to remember, now it's fucking November. You're going to wait another 2 months before something could happen, maybe 3 from now, today's date, until until they get a fucking check, maybe more. Do you think private companies that have already been suffering for a year are out of their PPP money? Do you think they're going to be able to last another 3 months out of pocket?
That's what I'm asking.
You're fucking done, son.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough.
I don't know if this is related or not, so you can't quote me on it, but I just drove by, going to you yesterday, I went by Fridays. Fridays is closed down.
Really?
No
shit.
Yeah, on Bald Hill Road. Right there.
Wow. For good?
I mean, there's fucking boards on the windows.
Really?
They're not remodeling. Wow. Yeah, and
that's a prime location.
And I worked there, and that's a prime location. Wow. I worked there. So I fucking used a busboy there. I fucking used to drive my bike there for my dad's and drive it back. Like a fucking asshole.
Damn.
And fire. But yeah, and I was like, whoa, and that's such a corporate place with such backing.
Yeah.
Like they're probably taking hits everywhere across the board.
Wow.
I had me like, wow, like just like you said it, like, dude, I was like, dude, like, wow. Because I don't think, the only other Fridays that I know in this state is fucking in the airport.
Seacock, right?
On the airport in this state, in Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I think is there, you know? And the only one is the airport.
Wow, man.
You know what I mean? So there's big corporate companies, plus you only mom and pops. I see places, I would average maybe once every other week that I know on my own personal social media that I'll see. There's probably way more than that.
Oh, yeah.
But what I see, we're shutting down. This is our last year. This is blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it's sad because these are like family. And these places have been open for fucking 70, 50, 70 years, well, you know?
Truth was saying that too. He said that quite a few times, that we haven't even begun to feel the economic ramifications of the shutdown.
No, you gotta
what's going on.
You gotta kick in the dick with it. A couple months, like fucking, you know, you got to kick in the dick. You haven't go flawed yet,
right?
You know what I mean?
Well, and now with new restrictions,
because back in the day when you got kicked in the dick, you had savings.
Right.
Now you ran out of that shit.
Yeah,
because they stopped at 600, and then you're gonna get a spin kick, son.
Well, the thing is, like, it's sad, man, because a lot of places have already closed, and now it's looking like are these other places that stayed open? Are they going to survive?
We hope they
do. I hope they do.
Yeah, but you know what? I hope they do too. Obviously, we're all in this to support local businesses. I hope everybody survives. I hope everybody thrives after this shit's over.
Yes.
But you still gotta like maybe 3 month turnaround if this shit even, and then this is gonna get dragged out another fucking 6 months probably. But that's a long fucking time.
Definitely.
Dude. We've been out 8 months or something like that. Like, and that's been a long. Imagine another half term, like another full term that we just did on COVID.
Insane.
Like that's like, dude, I don't like not even just people being in their house and their kids and the schooling and that you gotta take that into consideration.
Well,
about all the fucking schooling, like some people get homeschooled, but like and that fucks up their job. That you know, like it's such it's
a big mess.
Dude. I don't even know. It's like you couldn't make it up, but I mean,
well. So now that the case rate is rising, they said we have to put in these restrictions out of fear and of trying to control the numbers. And they did that before. And then when the numbers started to level out and everything, they allowed the places to stay open again with certain restrictions, like, you know,
the plexiglass,
and you had to be at a table.
Yeah, they do good things.
Now, do you think they should have just? This is what I'm asking. Should they have just stayed with that and let the places stay open?
Versus what, close down completely?
Well, versus closing at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I think it. Well, okay. Here's another thing. Honestly, dude, none of it matters in my honest opinion, because unless somebody is leaving, and you and me both work at for the service industry,
right?
Unless somebody is going, say we leave, they clear the table, they pull the chairs out, and they sanitize with Lysol or whatever solvent. The glass, the plexiglass, the countertops, the chairs, underneath everything, it'll never be safe, 100%.
Right.
So it don't fucking matter. Yeah. These guys are pushing in the chairs, cleaning the tables, spraying the tops down, bringing plates in. People are sitting back down. I touched the chair. I might have had my hands under the chair. I might have touched the inside of the chair.
Yeah.
You know, I might have grabbed the back, pulled the chair out for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, unless they're doing that, you're never gonna get an accurate read on anything. Well, it's not unless you're going to make it 99.99% sanitized, which it's not. They're not going to do it. What about the biggest thing about the whole the shit that I was dealing with was they were like, "Oh, you gotta wear the mask and you gotta sanitize and all this. You gotta fucking wipe down the tables. You can't talk this." I said, "What does everybody touch when they come in here?" Everybody, not you, not me, handle. Everything. The fucking door. No, have you ever anybody seen during? All the listeners, has anyone seen somebody besides Downtown Willie Brown clean the
Shout
fucking?
Out to Downtown
that's
Willie
all
Brown.
He fucking does for fucking 6 hours. He just wipes the thing. But like that's what you touch. That's what you touch.
Yeah.
Everybody touches that. Everyone, guy, girl. It has nothing to do with the bathroom.
You're 100% right.
Sitting down, where you walk in. Like no, you touch it. I touch my face, and then. But even then.
You're 100% right.
How do I get a disease even from touching something dirty to put it to my face? Because I do that all the time. And I don't have fucking COVID. I traveled state to state, fucking everywhere. Yeah. So, but I did quarantine.
I thought though that they'd come out and said that there's a very slim chance of you getting it from touching a surface.
There's also a very slim chance of you dying from it.
Well, I know that, but
they shut the fucking country down.
But but. So if that's the case, right? I'm pretty sure. I mean, the things have changed. Much.
In a year from now, date this date, we'll know what the answer is to these questions.
Well, it's just crazy because
that's what it was.
At first, they were saying you could get it from touching a surface that was infected, right? But then they came out and said, no, that's not really the case. So if that's not really the case, then why do we have to be so cautious of this whole touching the surface thing?
We talked about this yesterday. They're gonna fine us for fucking having our windows open when we're driving.
That's when they'll be.
That's
when there'll be chaos.
What about spitting out the window, throwing cigarette butts out the window?
They can't regulate all that.
But I'm just saying. Yeah. If it was really that fucking crazy how they're making it be. That's how it should be. I shouldn't be able to spit out the window and it goes in a car behind me. So I shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking bullshit.
Well, so if
it's not bullshit, the disease is real. So don't get me wrong.
No, we're not saying that it's not. And anybody that's felt negative
and lost people,
yeah, exactly.
You got our condolences for
absolutely.
Sure.
My heart goes out to you because I know people that have got sick too.
My grandmother's in the hospital right now as we speak because of it.
Yeah,
I have empathy for that. But
I know someone that passed away.
To the degree that they're doing it, I don't know.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say too, back to the business thing, is because that's important to us, is so if you can't get it from touching the surface, right? If they've established that.
And then it's a degree too.
So then what is the need to close early if you're regulating how many people are coming into your establishment? If you can only have 100 people in your establishment, and you do
25% occupancy.
Right, 25% occupancy. So whatever that is, and you're following protocol, you're separating 6 feet away, separating the tables,
wearing masks when you're sitting.
Why do they have to? Well, you brought up a good point though. You said they're doing that because people tend to go out later, and they're trying to prevent people from going out in large groups.
But if the law is 25%, okay, right. I'm going to give you. I'm
exactly.
Not to cut you off. I'm going to give you an example. 25%. My capacity at my bar is 800 and something people.
Right.
Even when we're busy, I never have 200 people in the fucking bar at one time.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just my capacity.
Yeah.
So it's like, even when we're fucking rocking, dude.
Yeah.
But it's different because then you got to do 6 feet away. Then you all got to be sitting. Then you got, you know what I mean. So it limits that 25%. It limits even more.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm the first one to fucking pick an argument with shit. But like, I agree. Like I was like, but I was like, no, fucking. That's why it is because they don't want people staying out as late because they can stay out till 2. We don't get busy till 10:30, 11.
Right.
And then we're packed, and then they don't want so many people there because then it's harder for us to regulate either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But the bar industry, nightlife industry.
But that's what they're limiting it to.
That's what that's how they make their money.
Food industry, all of us, food industry.
Yeah. Well,
concerts.
Well,
fucking,
if you're a restaurant, you could stay open and do takeout.
Takeout, well, you can't stay open after.
And some places actually thrived on that.
And
Joe from Cinis was saying
now riddle me this: is it worth the overhead? Because a lot of that, I know a lot's food, but most of that is fucking liquor sales.
Oh, definitely.
And that's a big fucking unseen part of it.
I know.
People, I see it, but like, you're like, I talked to Simon at Thai Place, right? Shout out to Simon, Thai Place, South Hadley, fucking great spot if you guys are in the area.
Massachusetts.
The best. Harrison's Ford's favorite spot, and I'll shit you not, you can look it up on their Facebook.
It is good. I've been there before.
But yeah, shout out to Simon, and I asked him, he's like, "Oh, we're doing good considering."
Yeah.
And I talked about this in I think Joe's podcast.
Yeah, Cinis.
And I said because most of them are takeout anyway, and it's a Thai place, takeout, quick, easy. You call and you pick it up, you go or whatever. Because they don't have delivery, I don't think. And but now they do Grubhub and all that, Delivery Express. And he said now we get more takeout than we did for regular takeout.
Right.
Pre-COVID. Now, post-COVID, we get more takeout because there's more people order in, more people are not, some people don't cook. Normally, they're out, they go to dinner. Now, everyone's stuck at home, they're ordering there, going there, and there's great fucking food, so I don't blame them. But the only thing they're going to lose, because there was never a lot of people there sitting down, maybe on the weekends, but I mean, for table turn-wise, it's all booze sales. The booze is what's making you a lot of money, and that's what they lose. But as far as
that's
food,
what most places.
But now, I mean, if they kick back to normal, then then they would be actually probably better off than they were pre-COVID because now they have more. You've kind of promoted yourself more, or you were known to more people. Like, what do you want tonight? Oh, I don't know. And I'll be like, oh, well, we'll go to Thai Place because that's good. I've never been there. So you kind of, it was great. And then you kind of broaden your horizon on different places. So they might have got more customers over it in the long run if this ever goes back to normal, and they might see a positive. Well,
the harsh reality is for the places that don't serve food.
Yeah.
The bars that
are shut down.
The bars that don't serve food, and they have the biggest risk of closing permanently because now they can't stay open later. They already have to, their capacity is, 25% you said?
Yeah.
Of their normal capacity. So if you're a smaller bar, you don't already have a big capacity. Okay, so you're already limited anyway.
If you have a smaller bar, you still got to remember the 6 foot rule still applies.
Definitely.
And it depends per. I think it's 10 people per party.
Yeah.
And then so say the bar was empty and we had the things like plexiglass you put up like they're mobile ones. So say 4 of us go. We'll sit 4 bar stools, sanitize bar stop, all that shit.
Yeah.
Then they'll put the thing up, then we sit there, and then the next party, if there's 2 people, they'll put 2 people and then put another stanchion.
Yeah.
And then so on and so forth. That's the only way for, but like, even me, like, I would rather sit with, I know you're sober, you don't drink, but I'd rather sit in a bar with you. Yeah. Just because of service-wise.
You love sitting at the bar.
Well, no, I do love sitting at the bar. But I sit at the bar anyway. Even if I was sober, I still would because of service.
Yeah.
Because... for example, yesterday we went to a restaurant and, I kept looking over. Where the fuck is the waiter? Where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? Like, the bartender, hey, come here. They're right there.
Yeah, right.
More personable. They can bullshit.
Yeah, I guess it depends what you want out of your dining experience.
Yeah, if you're going with your kids and your fucking mother and this, my mother, we sit at the bar too. But,
no, man, you're right. But now these bars, they have to close early. So on top of everything else, unless you're going out drinking during the day, these bars, I know, but these bars are not gonna. What business are they gonna get? If they have to close by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
It's a big overhead.
And no one's drinking during the day. Like unless you live in, if you're in like a vacation destination, you're gonna get day drinkers. But in Providence, there's not a huge day drinking crowd.
What I told my bar to do was, I said, so we got to close at 9:30. I said, okay. I said, so before we open at 4. I said, okay, well, open at 2. So get those 2 hours back on the early.
Yeah.
We do, but
But some places will it be worth it for them to do that?
I mean, even us, it's not because
let's just say fucking I don't know whatever fucking Irish pub that all their business is from fucking nighttime, from maybe after work from like 5:30, 6 o'clock to fucking midnight or something like that.
No, you'd open at 4. You'd open from 4 to midnight, or you can't even because you're gonna close down.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So how are these places gonna maintain?
They're not, dude, buddy. They're not gonna.
That's fucking crazy. It's sad. It's sad.
It's wicked sad because a lot of these places like that, dude, they've been in the family for years, or they're people that started up a company.
I love that scene too. Even though I haven't been drinking, I grew up in that scene, so I would hate to see some of these places close.
You still go to the same. You go to the same. We go to not maybe all the same places, but you go. but you go. You still go out. I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, well, I like local places.
Me too.
And to see some little place that I've been going for years, like just have to close because of this fucking bullshit. Yeah, that's like. I mean, it's just unfortunate. It's like it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know. It's sad. So in any way that you can support. Anybody, local bar, restaurant,
anything, just share their shit. Give them a 5, give them a rating. Go on Yelp, all that shit. That
just listen. Go in there, if you don't drink, for example, go in there, get some fucking sodas, and fucking give them a good tip. You know what I'm saying? For real.
You could. I mean, you could go. I mean, anybody. You don't want to just, I don't know. Instead of going to McDonald's, go to this little go to Santoro's or something, a little family operated place, and get a salad, or get a fucking.
Again, we said the takeout places they're still going to maintain because. People are going to be ordering food. Yeah. But it's going to be the smaller restaurants, the smaller bars, the mom and pop places.
It's definitely going to be all the smaller mom and pops bars with little kitchens and stuff. Yeah. Because they could have survived. They could have survived.
Stuttering prick.
They could have survived before, like, if it didn't get better. Yeah. Because the liquor sales can overcompensate for that. But then you're going to cut costs on stuff, and then your product might go down. Yeah. And it's sad because you're going with, like, a lot of these places are, like, third generation. You know what I mean?
A lot of time, definitely.
So seeing all that shit die, where something was going to go to my grandkids, now it's like, now we got to sell out because fucking we can't pay.
I know, man.
I can't pay somebody $4 an hour. Yeah, no, it has already happened.
And you know what, too? Another industry, we don't have to go too deep into this. We've already said a lot. But the bigger nightclubs, the music and concert venues, same shit. Yeah. Just, different way, but similar situation as far as...
We talked about a lot of these bands coming up. I've noticed they don't, especially, now they can't perform. So they can't make ticket sales. So like even something like as simple as going on. If you like a band, go on there. They put out the merch. Yeah. Go buy them a T-shirt for $20.
The bands can get that, but I'm saying as far as the venues, like the concert venues, man. Like,
the concert venues just get done.
Yeah, dude.
And that's got to be a big fucking overhead too.
Oh, that's one difference between a nightclub or a concert venue and the smaller bar. At least maybe the smaller bar or restaurant has a lower overhead.
Yeah, they're gonna have lower. They might be all like
tough it out.
Well, they might be all like this one. You're gonna rotate shifts and cut this person this shift, cut this person that shift, and then maybe put one bartender on two because you're not doing as much volume. You don't need that much staff, so you can cut costs that way a little bit.
But the big places,
cut your cut days. Maybe not run it on a Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. For your electric, I mean, fucking shit. Our bar we were doing when we were running. It's like $16,000 a month electric bill.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, and I come from working in the concert venue business too before COVID, and I worked at a live music venue. And dude, I mean, I'm not gonna get into specifics, but I'm sure that their overhead is insane. It's a big venue. You know what I mean? So. It's man, I can only imagine how.
Even you're still gonna pay a little electric and water and all that. Even taxes, dude.
Yeah, man.
You're not making any of that money back.
And this is the industry that we come from. Whether it's the gentleman's club, whether it's the fucking dive bar, corner bar, whether it's the music venue or the nightclub. We've worked in them all. We've spent time in them all, and that's what we know. That's how I met. That's how we became friends. Yeah. So to me, it's important. That we can do what we can, and
we became friends because you were wearing a Slane t-shirt.
Yeah, shout out to my bro Slane. You already know.
What up, Slane?
But yeah, man, like, dude, it sucks that we even have to talk about it. Yeah. But there's no what can you do? Like, there's no solution.
You know what you could do? You could start a podcast business, occupy your time.
Yeah. Well. I just wanted to get that out there, and I think we did. And so please support your local businesses.
Absolutely.
Big or small.
Don't forget, check our episodes, the last 4, for sure. I mean, obviously, check them all out if you haven't already. But
Eat Cinis,
you
Don't
definitely
Call It
should.
Hype, Blends and Shaves, Michel DiDino, Legendary Boxing Gym, Big Truth.
Big Truth.
And
check out Big Truth's podcast, too.
Yes, Big Truth podcast. And stay tuned. We got a lot, and when I mean a lot of things in the works, we got some big fucking episodes coming out, and we have more that we're working on right now. Trust me, we're coming for our piece of the podcast fucking pie, dude. So
you love pie.
I do love pie. Apple pie. What's your favorite pie? Before you cut it, what do you like? What do you like for pie?
For real?
Yeah. What do you want? Boston cream? What do you?
No, I like. Well, I don't. Yeah,
rhubarb. You like rhubarb?
You want to get a pie? We'll do a little bonus pie discussion.
Rhubarb pie.
I like. Actually, are you guys local? Not even local. You might not know, but Sharner's Farms out near my mother's was fucking bomb. They did a fruit of the farm pie, and it was.
What's that?
It was like rhubarb, blueberry, and
rhubarb.
peaches. You're turning rhubarb color the more you laugh. But yeah, man, I like pie. I don't like apple pie. I like apple.
You don't like apple pie? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
That's the most un-American thing ever.
How is apple pie un-American? That's super American.
Baseball,
hot dogs, apple pie, Herb Chevrolet. That's definitely American, my man. You don't get more American than fucking apple pie, dude.
No, that's the most un-American I am. Because I don't like it. Don't get too excited. I didn't know you know the whole show tunes.
I do.
We're in copyright infringement because you just did a fucking riff. But no, I don't. I like apple crisp.
Apple crisp is good.
Yeah.
But how do you not like apple fucking pie? I don't understand.
I don't like apple pie.
That's strange.
I like apple crisp. I like blueberry pie. I like cheesecake, but not the dense cheesecake.
Well, we're getting into cakes now. We're trying to stick to pies.
Stick with pies. Yeah. Well, cake will be the next episode. We'll wrap up. That's gonna be. We'll do a dessert. That's how we're gonna end it.
You like pumpkin pie?
I like pumpkin pie. Yeah.
Pumpkin pie is good.
Yeah. Give me a quiz on the pies. You must know a lot. You want to talk about it so much.
What is it? Mince pie.
Mince meat. I like mince meat. Yep. I do like that pie.
Do you like meat pie?
I like meat pie.
Meat pie is the bomb. I grew up eating meat pie.
Yeah, you look like a meat pie.
What is it? There's a place in Woonsocket. I think it's Lil and Jeans. They make a really good French meat pie.
What's French meat pie?
It's made by French people.
I don't know if that's true, but
no, it is 100%. I love meat pie. Meat pie.
French people, he said. Yeah,
it's called French. Look it up. French meat pie. It's French style meat pie. It's fucking really good. You get it in Woonsocket. There's a lot of French Canadians in Woonsocket.
I'm
shout out to Wooneyville. Yeah, me too. So shout out to
French
Wooneyville.
Canucks.
Yeah, man.
And most of Wooney.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ollie's.
There's one place I ain't shouting out Wooney.
Shout out to Ollie's. OFFO, motherfucker.
You already know who I ain't shouting out Wooney. But listen, French meat pie is really good. But pie's fucking American as fuck, dude. Apple fucking pie, dude, all day.
What other kind? Peach, Boston.
Pecan.
Boston cream pie is not really a pie. It's like a cake.
Yeah, it is, but it's really good. Well, because of the crust. It's pie.
It is really good.
It's pie crust. What about pecan? You like pecan pie?
Is it pecan or pecan?
Pecan. Some people say pecan.
Pecan or pecan. You guys can call us in
pecan.
Next week.
Is it pecan or pecan? Well, it's like tomato.
You can email us at
listen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard anyone call a tomato a fucking tomato?
No, only when people make that stupid fucking reference.
I've never fucking heard anyone call it a tomato. I don't have a tomato.
You love accents, dude.
I do.
You should be calling it tomato. If anyone called it, it should be you. My mother might. My mother makes weird words.
Tomatoes?
No, she makes weird words for shit.
Like what?
I don't know. She speaks a different fucking language, dude.
Wow, what do you mean?
Like, dude, I wish I had my brother here or my sister or any of them. Like, she just says everything different. She says the word, we know what she means, but she flips one or two letters backwards or something. I don't fucking know. Dude,
give me an example.
Dude, I can't. She does that with every fucking thing. Dude, I should
give me an example. Put her on a Bluetooth.
I'm gonna call her on Bluetooth. Want me to call him? At least try it.
If you want, man, it's up to you.
You gotta call him.
What do you mean? I'm gonna call him.
We're going to have to edit a bunch of shit.
All right, it's all good. We'll get that on the bonus.
Bonus. I'm going to call my brother Hunter.
Bonus.
We're going to talk. Actually, I'm going to call him after this.
No, bonus episode with your mom, I thought.
No one's going to understand it's going to be sitting in the car where you listen to music. The fucking Irish, whatever you listen to.
Yeah, man. Irish folk tunes.
No idea what these fucking guys are.
I love Irish folk tunes. Shout out to all my Irish people out there, man.
Oh, no, whatever. Even the talk radio we were listening to yesterday, I was like, I'm sitting in this car for 40 minutes. I have
no
idea what they're saying. This
reminds me. I've been listening to. I just started listening to Sean Atwood's True Crime podcast. He's out of the UK.
Big speech.
No, listen. I like to promote other stuff.
Oh, I know.
He does a true crime podcast out of the UK. He actually did time in Arizona. He was a big time ecstasy dealer.
Shout out to ecstasy dealers.
He did time in Arizona. Then went back to England, and he does a podcast. He has a lot of the old time, infamous English and British and gangsters on. They call them villains over there, which I think is dope as fuck. They refer to them as villains.
There we go.
But that's hard though. You know what I'm saying? Like not even gangster. They call you you're a villain. Yeah. So
that was like how Shotzi was called the Predator. It's like, whoa, it has a different ring to it. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
But I like all that shit. So fucking I've been listening to it, and Rob has a thing against accents. He doesn't.
I don't have a thing against accents.
I enjoy British and Irish and Scottish accents.
Should fucking move there.
I might do it. I'd fucking love to go there, bro. Shout out to all my people overseas, man. But this guy has a really good podcast, so check it out. It's Sean Atwood's True Crime Podcast, and it's dope, man. But that'll be, we have a lot more to talk about. Not right now, but there's so much more content coming. We just went down another fucking rabbit hole.
Right? No, you did, dude.
A pie hole.
A fucking hole. Get it to a pie hole. We went to the pie square. But thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
We support
everybody,
all you guys, and support us.
Sign up to our Patreon. Play that Patreon commercial, will you?
Would I? Chris loves Patreon.
Play the Patreon.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. We're fucking out of here.
Peace.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. Now, we all know during this crazy time with the pandemic, businesses are struggling. So we're here to support local businesses, and we need your help to do so also.
That's right. So subscribe to our Patreon, become a member to help support the show, and receive exclusive episodes and bonus content, as well as discounts on merch. That's patreon.com/streetcorner_soapbox2020.
Follow us on our website, streetcornersoapbox.com.
Follow us on Instagram at street_corner_soapbox.
Don't forget, guys, check us out. Like us on Facebook at Street Corner Soapbox.
And subscribe and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher,
and all digital platforms. Don't forget, all of our episodes are going to be on streetcornersoapbox.com. Love you all.